Hey everyone, welcome to NTI Day 30. And hopefully, I believe this will be the last video that we'll do this year. We do have one more week next week for NTI work, but I'm going to try and get something together that's not worksheets. It's something that would be a little bit more fun for you to do, so we don't have to worry about these videos anymore. So this should be the last one. All right. So if you can see at the top of the page today, cause and effect. I believe we talked about cause and effect earlier this week. That's when one thing happens because of something else. And remember that word because. If you hear the word because, then you have a cause and effect. One thing happens because something else happens. Okay. So our story is called A Second Chance for Seabiscuit. Seabiscuit's a pretty famous horse from 80 or so years ago. Like I said yesterday in the video, if you saw it, there's a pretty good movie that was made a while back about Seabiscuit. So let's read about A Second Chance for Seabiscuit. In 1936, a horse named Seabiscuit was put up for sale. At the age of 3, Seabiscuit had run many races, but he lost most of them. His owner did not want to keep a losing horse. A man named Charles Howard bought Seabiscuit. He had seen the horse race. He liked what he saw. Howard thought Seabiscuit could win races. He asked a man named Tom Smith to work with Seabiscuit. Smith knew that Seabiscuit's first owner had raced him too hard. Seabiscuit was tired and mean. Smith thought that being with other animals would make Seabiscuit happy, so he put a goat next to Seabiscuit. But Seabiscuit didn't like the goat at all. He picked up the goat with his teeth and tossed it away. Next, Smith put a little horse next to Seabiscuit. Seabiscuit liked the horse and began to calm down. Before long, Seabiscuit also made friends with a dog and a monkey. They were his pets. Now Tom Smith was ready to train Seabiscuit. Smith was kind. Seabiscuit grew to like him. Soon, Seabiscuit was running well. Smith told Howard the horse was ready to race again. As Charles Howard's horse, Seabiscuit won some big races. By 1938, many people were talking about Seabiscuit. They thought he might be the best racehorse around. But there was another great horse that Seabiscuit had never raced. This horse's name was War Admiral. There was only one way to tell which horse was faster. The owners planned a race between the two horses. Many people turned out for the race on November 1st, 1938. All over the country, people listened to the race on the radio. When the bell rang, War Admiral and Seabiscuit began to run. Side by side, the two horses ran like the wind. Seabiscuit pulled ahead, but War Admiral caught up to him. The crowd roared. Together, the horses headed for the final line. Then Seabiscuit pulled ahead again, but this time War Admiral was too tired to catch up. Seabiscuit won the race by just a few yards. Today, people think of the race between Seabiscuit and War Admiral as one of the greatest ever. Charles Howard and Tom Smith are famous too. They gave a losing horse a second chance. All right, interesting story there. Let's look at number 1. Why did Seabiscuit's first owner put him up for sale? Guess what, guys? Last video, we're going to do all of these together, okay? Why did Seabiscuit's first owner put him up for sale? Before we even read the possible answers, let's go back to the passage. First paragraph right here, guys. At the age of 3, Seabiscuit had run many races, but he lost most of them. His owner did not want to keep a losing horse. So why did Seabiscuit's first owner put him up for a sale? Look at D. He did not want to keep a horse that lost races. That looks like the correct answer to me. Let's read the other ones just in case. He did not like horses anymore. That's not right. He knew someone else could help Seabiscuit? No. He needed a way to get some money. I mean, maybe that's true, but they didn't talk about that. He did not want to keep a horse that lost races. That's the right answer. All right. What made Seabiscuit so tired and mean? What made Seabiscuit so tired and mean? Beginning of the third paragraph. Smith knew that Seabiscuit's first owner had raced him too hard. Seabiscuit was tired and mean. So why was he tired and mean? His first owner had raced him too hard. Okay? So are we just going to write his first owner raced him too hard? Nope. We need to restate the question. So what made Seabiscuit so tired and mean? We can say he was tired and mean. What was that word we talked about earlier? Because. He was tired and mean because. So we have a cause and effect, right? So his first owner raced him too hard. So what happened because his first owner raced him too hard? He was tired and mean. His owner raced him too hard. Okay? Now remember, if you need some time to copy this down, pause the video right here, okay? Because I'm going to erase this question so I can go back up and answer number 3. So if you need a little bit of time, just pause it and you can see it there on the screen, okay? All right, let's go to number 3. Seabiscuit began to calm down when? Okay, let's look at A. Charles Howard bought him. Well, that's not true. He wasn't calm when Charles Howard bought him. Now, B. He made friends with a goat. Do you guys remember what happened with the goat? It wasn't very nice, but they talked about Seabiscuit putting him in his teeth and throwing him away. So that wasn't it. He didn't make friends with a goat. Remember what he made friends with? Look at C. Tom Smith put a friendly horse beside him. That's what it was, wasn't it? And it wasn't when he started racing other horses again. Okay. So there's your answers for 2 and 3. So remember, if you need some time, just pause it here. I'm going to get rid of this so we can go up and look for the answer to number 4. Why did Seabiscuit grow to like Tom Smith? So it looks like we might have another cause and effect here. He grew to like Tom Smith because, okay, we're right here in the paragraph below where he talked about making the friends with the horse and the dog. Oh, and a monkey. It says, now Tom Smith was ready to train Seabiscuit. Smith was kind. Seabiscuit grew to like him. So why did Seabiscuit grow to like him? Because he was kind, right? So we'll say he liked Tom Smith. And what's our word to show we have a cause and effect? Because he was kind. Okay? All right. Let's go to the last one. Remember, pause it if you need to. I'm going to get rid of it. Why did Seabiscuit win the race against War Admiral? Let's look at the second to last paragraph. Together, the horses headed for the finish line. Then Seabiscuit pulled ahead again. But this time, War Admiral was too tired to catch up. Seabiscuit won the race by just a few yards. So why did Seabiscuit win? War Admiral was too tired to catch up. Okay. So why did Seabiscuit win? He won because, there's our word again. Remember, we want to capitalize War Admiral because that's his name. He was too tired to catch up. All right. So there's your answer for number 5. He won because War Admiral was too tired to catch up. And I know my handwriting's not great on there. I'm trying to write with a little pen on the screen, but my handwriting's not great anyway. All right. There you have it. That should do it for our NTI work and our NTI videos. Hopefully, you all got some good out of these. I would have much rather have done them at school where we could have been together. Unfortunately, that's not possible right now. So this is the best we could do. Remember, if you need any help, please let me know. Get in touch with me, and we'll figure something out. So that's it for the NTI packets, everybody. Stay safe.